something went on here, something went on there.
This time on TNT.
It's summertime and the Jays are hot.
Jonathan plays his top 5 shut the fuck up campfire jams.
And we talk about our upcoming TNT tour across this great land. That's all coming up right now on TNT.
Hey, it's a number 46 kind of day.
Hey,
How are you, Jonathan?
D'accord, guys. Numero 46, number 46ism.
Nice.
Hard to believe, bud, when we started out.
I know. So crazy.
I'm so excited to get on a regular once-a-week schedule.
Yeah.
And I know that's our plan. It's just summertime with the kids, and it's been busy, and you've been doing radio, and I've been doing Mr. D, and it just doesn't always happen. Man plans and God laughs, as they say.
We will keep trying as long as we can keep her in the 10-day window at least.
You're not kidding.
Yeah.
How are you, bud?
I'm doing great. I'm doing fabulous. It's been a wonderful summer. Weather's been spectacular.
Yeah.
Been trying to get out there as much as I can with the gang.
Did you take them to OVO Fest?
No, I did not.
Really? Why?
Yeah. Kanye coming from the rafters.
Yeah, I didn't see it.
Did they bring him down on a string?
I didn't see it. I didn't even see Kanye at the Pan Am Games closing.
With the lights on, and everyone thought it was like a absolute game changer because the lights were on.
Did they?
Yeah.
What was the big deal about the lights being on?
I don't know. It's like a little throwback to the old Bruce Springsteen encore trick.
Where were the lights on? You mean in the crowd?
Like in the venue.
Who cares?
So exactly.
That's just so people could see where they were going to get to their cars to beat the traffic.
By going with no production, it became a real happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the white t-shirt, simple and classic.
Yes. And then from that stage to how about Lenny Kravitz just firing his bird out?
Why on earth, and also how? Boy, times have changed, haven't they?
I know, from nip slips to cock slips.
Yep. I was talking to Darren Rose last night, who's a stand-up comic. You probably know him. He's on the Mr. D show. Nice guy. He was telling me he was at Dave Chappelle's show at Just for Laughs in Montreal, and they made it abundantly clear, don't take out your phone, don't take pictures, don't take video, you'll be asked to leave. Okay. He said a guy in the row in front of him took out his phone just to peek down at a text, flashlights on his face, gone.
Really? Like instant?
Gone. And his friend waited 6 or 7 minutes and then was like, well, I guess I have to go too. So he left too. But I guess my point is, in this day and age, if your bird's going to come out of its nest, you can expect folks to be there with a camera.
Oh, absolutely.
Do you think he did it on purpose?
I don't know. It popped open pretty hilariously. And
wait, did you see video or a still?
Yeah, no, I saw a video of it.
There's video?
It's classic. I saw a GIF, as they say.
Yep. A GIF from God.
It just popped out there, kind of skinny, flew out, just rassled its way, just explosion, that kind of deal. Like
an elephant's trunk, like kind of rolled out like a red carpet? Oh, dear.
Yeah. And we know, I think that the Chappelle thing was because he was banged up like at a show and someone videotaped it, and then that went viral. And I guess he's like, well, if I'm going to suck, I'm going to suck by myself when no one will see it.
Really?
Is that the reasoning? I would assume that nobody was allowed to take any pictures or anything.
Well, I mean, the drag is you hit one clam or sour note in a concert, and that's the one that people are going to be making a GIF of. Like, your bird pops out once, and that's all people. That's going to be his legacy now. Yeah. I don't even know what song he was playing. His third legacy. Mr. Cab Driver, perhaps. Yeah. Maybe wouldn't it be funny if that was his nickname for his bird? Oh, man. Has anything ever mortifying, like in that regard, happened to you? Not really. Nothing like that. On stage? Yeah, no. I don't think so. What do you do if you're him?
Well, I don't think it's hurting him, really, to be honest.
Probably
I think
not.
you just roll with it.
It's free advertising.
And it makes sense that if he did it on purpose, then it's like, because he doesn't get the press that he used to get. So, I mean, that's one way of getting press without having to do anything.
In the words of Steve Winwood, just roll with it.
Exactly.
We were in Nashville this past week where it was 100 degrees plus the humidex.
Ooh, nice.
And we took our tiny roommates with us, and what a great town that is.
It is. You like going down there, eh?
We love going to Nashville, yeah.
Yeah. Did you see any concerts again?
No, because we had the tiny folks with us. But we stayed in East Nashville this time, which is kind of hipster central, like beard tick land.
Yeah.
Like we rented a little cottage, and the cottage next door was like a gentleman's barber. Like it's that.
Oh, wow.
But all the cottages on the street have little porch swings. And when it's, 97 degrees at night, you see why folks sit out on the porch swing. But it's a very civilized thing to do.
Cool.
As is daytime drinking.
Did you see Jack White walking by?
Didn't see Jack White, but the misconception about that city is that it's country music. And that is, I think, the 7th or 8th largest industry there. It's Vanderbilt University town. It's whoever's at the reins for the last decade just knows what's up. Bridgestone Arena's brand new. There's a convention center that's brand new. Country Music Hall of Fame is brand new. They're building a brand new baseball stadium, as you know. They have a brand new football stadium. Just the infrastructure and injection of cash. Yeah. I read a thing where the TV show Nashville was almost in a position where they had to leave to go shoot in another city because of funding, probably LA. And the city of Nashville gave them $10 million to stay.
Wow.
Yeah.
There you go. Dollar for dollar.
It's a good town, but traveling with tiny folks, I don't know how many times in the last year I've traveled somewhere where I haven't gotten donkey fisted by the airlines.
Really?
But our flights and itineraries on the way down and the way back were both changed.
Another crappy trip on that front.
One of those, like, we were supposed to leave at 1 and get home at 9, and we ended up leaving at 7 p.m. and getting home at noon the next day with an overnight airport hotel combo. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was garbage.
That sucks.
But still, first world problems, and we had a great time.
Real estate's rather cheap there too. It's I have some friends that move there because it's you can get a pretty swank house for a reasonable price.
Well, you want to talk about so 1 million people are supposed to be moving there in the next decade. It's kind of it's a comma, as they say. So at the Air Canada counter in Nashville, turn around, there's Mark Costanzo. Do you know that name?
How do I know that name? Yeah.
He and his sister Sharon were in the pop combo Len.
Oh, that's right.
And he wrote the song Steal My Sunshine.
That's where he moved.
And he's, he kind of splits his time between Toronto and Nashville writing songs and stuff. And apparently Europe as well.
Just all over the place.
Yeah. But that was a great moment in Canadianity. We've talked about that on this show before, right?
We did talk about Len. I went to a party at Mark's house when he was living, I think, in Kelowna. He had a chalet ski spot. Yeah, I think that was a Steal My Sunshine and bought a house with it. So
you have one hit that everyone's heard of, and you never have to work again, right? Like that must have been a number one most places in the world.
I don't know. I don't know about one song anymore. Things have changed a little bit in that regard with the way radio is. You know, that kind of song. There's not as many stations that play certain formats.
Right.
So, I mean, even like older musicians, like that's why you see Bruce Springsteen on tour all the time, because the record sales are way down, but just radio airplay isn't what it was. And I'm sure they're still making lots of money, but they probably all have the big nut to keep up with, you know what I mean? Like spending hundreds of thousands of dollars a month, and they got to keep making that.
But like touring's also been where it's at, right?
What's that?
Touring's always been where it's at for making dough, hasn't it?
Yeah. If you can put people in a room, that still is never going to go away in terms of cash. And if you have, I guess, a following, then you just keep going back to the trough.
Giddy up.
Yeah. The live foundation is the water that you go and take your horse to drink.
So is it ticket sales or is it merch?
It's ticket sales and merch. It depending on, it's all kind of part and parcel, as you and I know, even on a small level with the live TNT. It's just if you're creative and people are out there that are into the brand or whatever the hell it is, then you can kind of monetize it in a lot of different ways, for sure.
We should come up with crazy ones for our tour, like for $75, we'll come to your house. Maybe make that a little higher.
Yeah, $78 will come to your house, and then it's like at each place we got to go to 7 houses at night.
Right, but still, that's a tidy night's work, bud.
It sure is.
Now,
it sure is.
Because in the spirit of candor, which is something we've always had on this show, our agent Adam Kreeft at the agency group is an incredible dude and great at his job, and he's putting together a string of dates for us in the fall. Mm-hmm. I think we're allowed to say that we're going to cover much of the country, and I think it's also safe to say we're going to cover mainly larger centers for this time, because we don't know what the feedback will be. We don't know how many folks will come. But oddly enough, and I say this kind of as a challenge to folks from Saskatchewan, there seems to be some hesitation in Saskatoon as to whether we could fill a room there. Not even a very big one. Mm-hmm. So if you're a bud and you're from Saskatoon and you're willing to pry your wallet open to come see us, then maybe fire off a tweet saying, I don't know, come to Saskatoon and I'll come, or something less redundant.
Yep. I would agree. Yeah, tell us so we can kind of show the promoters in Saskatoon, or the promoter that is hesitant, that you're there.
But I know for a fact, I know as well as I know my own face, that there are lots of buds in Saskatoon, because we hear from them all the time.
Yep.
And I think there's a Regina and a Saskatoon stop on this tour, so we wouldn't want to do one and not the other. We don't like to show favoritism in that regard. Sure. But man, I can't wait to get out there. There's so much happening in the TNT universe as we start to chip away at our book and with the radio show and the tour. It's awesome, bud.
I know, we're rolling, as they say, in the dynamite sense of the TNT. It's bombing.
I'm really excited for today's top 5, because I think we can all relate, and I put it together. It's only my second top 5 ever, but it's drunk, campfire, site next door, guitar guy, sing a song. Jeremy's going to play 5 different people that want to just go to sleep in their tent, and they come up with new ways to tell this guy to stop playing. So here's what I say we do. I say we take a little break, and we'll get into the top 5.
Yeah.
But
Is this our camping, or is this like the campsite next door kind of thing?
I think it's a campsite next door. Maybe we'll change it up.
Yeah.
But I definitely think we need the guy next door who's like, all right, bud, shut her down. time to shut her down, bud.
Especially if it's like Arnold camping.
Yeah.
And he's like great singer and he doesn't need to be hearing this.
It's time to shut her down. So let's take a little break on TNT. But before we do, I think we should take just a moment to mention the sudden and unfortunate passing of Chris Heinman.
Yes.
One of the hosts of Stephen and Chris on CBC. Mm-hmm. Sometimes when you meet folks in real life, they're not who you would expect. He was a larger-than-life, bordering on cartoon character on TV, and every bit as awesome in person. Just a nice, kind, funny, and fun, bright light. And certainly a loss to the Canadian entertainment industry. And though the details haven't come out yet, in a way, it doesn't really matter what happened. We lost a good one, eh, bud? Yeah,
no, it's very sad, and thoughts definitely with Stephen and the rest of their family. Very, definitely one of those guys that you hate to see stuff like this happen, and it will be a massive impact for sure to, not just CBC, but they had a lot of fans, and they kind of made a lot of people feel good for an hour a day, and it's just sad.
Big time. And let's not lose sight of the fact, as we celebrate his life, he was in a relationship for 25 years, which is no small feat. And he had a TV career for 25 years in this country, which is no small feat either. Absolutely. So Chris Heinman, thanks for all you did, bud. We'll be thinking of you over these next few days. We'll take a break on TNT and be back with our time to shut her down jams.
Fucking Hey, we're back.
Hey, Bernie, can I talk to you? You know it's been a long time since you're down. Have my guitar, bud.
Nice.
Sounds good in Egg Carton Town, doesn't it?
It does. Egg Carton Town.
Okay, so our top 5 today is the top 5 shut her down, bud.
Yeah.
Or maybe we should call it for the love us. Top 5 for the love of. Shut up! Because there's a time, everybody likes to get banged up and have a bit of a party. But there's a point in the evening where it's like, all right, I'm good. I'm going to tap out. And there's usually that guy who doesn't know it's time.
It could be top 5 bummer campfire jams.
Right.
Yeah.
He's the guy who, I feel like Randy Bachman. You know, we were playing in...
Just start like painting these unbelievable truths.
Yeah, I remember when I
met Jimmy Page, and Jimmy Page came up to me and he said, "Hey, you want to join the Yardbirds, the new Yardbirds?" And I said, "Oh, you're a pretty good guitar player yourself. You don't need me." And then John Lennon came up to me and said, "The Beatles want to write a song with you."
I like Plate being the guitar of Randy Bachman, and you're the voice. Keep going.
Okay. Yeah, I was sitting down, just hanging out, and Aretha Franklin decided, she said you wanted to change into something else, and I said, why you want to do it here? She said, you hold this blanket here, and I'll change right in front of you. I don't want anybody to see me, and boy, oh boy, I got a real look.
Randy Bachman.
Holding a towel around Aretha Franklin, watching her undress.
Is that a real one?
I think so, yeah.
Whatever happened to Tal Bachman? She's so high.
He's probably going door to door or passing out Mormon whatnot.
He was doing the Lord's work.
Yeah.
I would love to be a Mormon if the monthly readable digest was called The Whatnot.
Yeah, exactly.
Instead of the Watchtower, the Jehovah Watchtower, you have the Whatnot. There's some literature in here and whatnot.
Dude, there's the only religion where you can just make stuff up and it's all good. Yeah.
Bachmanism. I'm a Bachmanite.
How the heck don't I have 13 women with me in my house? Some of them clean, some of them cook.
Randy's not like that.
Some of them, they're dentists. I have a little bit of everything. One-stop shop.
So is Tal Bachman, did he get that religion from Randy, or he chooses to live like this?
I don't know. Isn't it Randy?
I don't know.
Randy Mormon?
Is he?
Is he?
I don't know. Is he?
I don't know. Is it the mom?
Okay, you are in your tent.
Yeah.
It's been a long day. You're a little banged up.
Yeah.
And I'm going to start with the most obvious one, because every guy who's owned a guitar for 6 weeks plays this song.
Okay, what's your name?
You just got away for the weekend, because you started a new job in the city, and it's been a little hectic, and you just want some peace and quiet and some fresh air, have a couple of Labatt's Blue, sit around the fire, and get a good night's sleep.
Okay, my name's Trip. What's your name?
My name is Cody.
Cody?
Yep.
Cody and Trip? Okay, cool.
But we're not together, right? I'm at the site next door.
You're next door, okay.
And I'm going to get lots of chords wrong.
Perfect. Okay, here we are. Too bad we didn't have a campfire sound effect. Oh, he's still at it. Hey, bud! Hey, bud! We're trying to sleep!
What's that now?
I don't need to be hearing your cheap teabag tunes, bro. I gotta get some sleep. It's the morning in the morning.
Sorry if I'm having a good time around the fire, bot.
Yeah, well, maybe if you just kind of stopped playing. You don't even know it. You don't even know the Gallagher jams.
Leaving the deck and tent next door.
Hey, bud! Shut up! I'll throw a log. You like logs?
Like to say to you. Like to say.
Shut up!
Like to say to you. No.
Come here for tranquility, not for cheap Gallagher jams.
For what it's worth, sir.
What?
With all due respect, they were one of the most important artists of the 1900s. So maybe.
Hey. I don't deny that. But you're definitely doing them a disservice with this version of that song. Now,
sorry for being happy.
What?
I said sorry for being happy, and I'm sorry that you're too old to even know what a good Campfire song is.
What's your name, anyway?
What's your name, anyway?
I'm Trip. What's your name?
You're Trip. That's your Christian name?
Yeah, and I'm on one, not enjoying it.
Trip.
Good night.
Trip.
I'm gonna call the Rangers if you keep this up.
Sure, tell them my name. It's Advisor.
Oh, great, nice.
Trip
Well,
Advisor.
you have a good time, all right? Just shut up. Shut up.
Okay, that's number 5. Oh, the poor guy. He's not relaxing at all.
No. Poor Trip ain't getting to sleep.
Okay, how about this? For number 4, you're a single lady in a tent. You came to meet a dude that you met online, but he didn't show up. And then you hear these sweet sounds coming from next door, and you come out to investigate.
Okay.
Your name is what?
Liza?
Liza, okay. And my name is
Rory. Rory?
Yep.
Okay, roars.
Ready?
All right.
And it's just kind of sunset. It's not late enough to be scary or pervy.
Okay. What's that?
I can't stand to fly.
Oh, really?
I'm not that naive. I can't bend to fly.
Hey, guy.
Clouds upon their knees.
Guy.
On my own.
Guy.
Yeah?
Excuse me.
Looking for kryptonite on this one
I was just wondering why you're playing that 9/11 song. Guy. Oh, boy.
I guess I could just really relate to the subject matter therein. It's not easy to be me.
Yeah, well, I'm here alone, and I was just kind of enjoying the tranquility of being by myself, because the guy that was supposed to come here didn't, but now I'm hearing this Superman stuff, and it's not really doing it for me.
Who would ever stand you up?
He was just a guy from the city. He said he was gonna take care of the weekend and do everything right, but clearly he didn't. They screwed it up. Now I'm here by myself, and just to be honest, I was just kind of enjoying the quiet, the peace, and then don't really need a reminder of the 9/11 song.
Where were you?
When the buildings went down,
Yeah.
I was making cutting the grass.
I can't stand to fly.
Do you really have to play that again? Do you know any James Taylor or perhaps some Tom Waits? Fire and Rain?
Just yesterday morning, they let me know you were gone.
What's that?
She only likes songs about loss?
Yeah, I guess, eh?
Why?
I don't know. She's, maybe that's why the guy never showed up.
I really thought there was hope for those two before we started it, but I don't think they were vibing at all.
Well, she's not feeling that jam.
Dang.
But this is the bummer jams, isn't it? It's not the the welcome jams.
All right, so this is two dudes around a campfire. They came together. One guy hauls out his guitar. The other guy was hoping he didn't even bring it.
Nice. Perfect.
Ready?
Okay.
My name's Denver.
Your name's Denver?
Yeah.
My name is Alan.
Hey, Denver, check it out, bro.
I thought you were Denver.
Oh, hey, Alan, check it out, bro.
No way. It's bad enough that you brought the guitar, but you got to play that crap. That
Guy, I gotta bring the birds circling around.
Cheesy hairband from Boston? No thanks.
What tools did you bring to bring the birds swirling around?
Drinks. Lots of them. That's all you need. You don't need to be playing that long-haired shit from Boston. Tell you what.
So you think Rockaberry Coolers is gonna do it?
Yeah, it would. I hate guys who smack the guitar as a beat. Why do you gotta smack the guitar on the beat like it's enough? Why don't you go hire a drummer, idiots? Did you know how much that song sucks?
Do you know that if you learned the harmonies like I suggested you did?
Yeah, imagine.
Maybe we'd be drowning in chicks right now instead of staring at each other.
I've seen guys play that song before, and it never works.
I have better things to do tonight than stare into your baby poo brown eyes.
Well, I'll tell you what. I don't need to be... You're going to bring on some braces if that's what you're going to get.
Shut up, bud!
Yeah, right.
Shut up, bud!
Hey, here comes a girl with braces, and she's 16.
Close your eyes. We're 25. Reach out your hand.
This is not the right kind of song to be playing right here, bud.
She doesn't even know this song, dude. That's your problem. Right. You aim too low, dude.
Yeah.
You take the low-hanging fruit, dude. You gotta hold out for a woman.
Well, I'm telling you what. This music is just gonna bring dumb kids that haven't figured out their life yet. That's what you're gonna get. I don't want anything to do with those types. Oh, man. See that part? The cheap fake Beatles chords? Forget it. Yeah.
I practiced
don't even know how to play it. Oh.
Denver and Alan.
Yeah.
There's always a dude, he only knows one song, but he's like, come on, you guys know this song.
He's gotta do that stupid knock part. And that's when the guy just like flips and goes to bed early. Oh man, that's so cheesy.
The knock?
Yeah.
What other songs have the knock? There are other songs that have the knock.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not gonna do the knocks.
Denver and Alan have different strategies about how to pull Road Strange.
Yeah, I know. Okay, what's next?
How many is that? 3?
That's 3, yeah.
Okay. So this is a couple. They're kind of 60-ish. They're hippies.
Okay. Yeah.
And they're away for a romantic weekend, and it starts off okay with this song, and then she's like, all right, that's probably enough.
Oh, nice.
Because it just goes on a bit.
Okay.
So I'll be Lucas.
Lucas?
Yeah. And you're my wife. What's your name? Marjorie?
I'll be Glenda.
Lucas and Glenda. Ready?
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's nice. That's nice. It's not bad. That's pretty good, Lucas.
If I could save time.
Remember this?
First thing that
I love Jim Croce.
Is to stay every day. Mark, could you not, Glenda? Just
what?
I'm sorry. You just throw me off when you sing along. I'm trying to play the song for you, not with you or at you.
We're here together. Like that's such a good song. I mean, remember when we saw Jim?
Just losing my concentration.
Croce? We saw Jim Croce. Remember when we?
But I've never seen to be enough. To do the things I'll once you find them. Sorry, I lose what key I'm in when you sing.
I'm trying to have fun, Lucas. Just play it and
Glenda,
shut up.
Sorry, just. There never seems to be enough time to do the things. Sorry, once you find them. Sorry. Why don't you sing it then? You sing it.
If I could save time in a bottle, where would I
You know what? I want a divorce.
What?
I want a divorce.
Forget it then. Forget it. This
45
Glenda's
years I've been
going
playing
to
this
bed.
song for you. 45 years you've been interrupting. You will
This
not
Glenda's
interrupt me
going to
even one
bed.
more time.
Just sing it. Shut up and sing it then.
If I could save time in a bottle, first thing that I like to do. Shall we retire for the evening, lover?
I guess. Give me the guitar.
He smashes it over her head.
Glenda. They're okay. They've had this fight a few times, but they'll get through it. Okay, this is a teenage boy who's taking a teenage girl to the campfire with him.
All right. You the boy or the girl?
I'll be the boy.
All right. Derek.
Yeah. And Charmaine.
Charmaine
Yeah.
and Derek. Okay.
And she's told him she's ready to do it. And he
Oh,
wants to
wow.
play
Yeah,
this song
she's-
first.
Okay.
And she's like, dude. Okay.
Yeah.
Ready?
Okay. Yep.
You want to go to bed?
Take all the photographs and still stars in your thing.
I was kind of
And
thinking
leave it on a shelf in another no ring.
your eyes look really nice, Derek.
In
the fire.
For what it's worth, it was worth all the while.
You sing like it sound kind of like Billy, even Joe.
And the end is right. I'd
Yep.
like to make you someday my wife.
Ooh, well, let's practice. You want to go practice? You want to try me out?
That guy looks like Gordon Lightfoot.
You want to take a taste of the candy bar before you buy it
So
there, buddy?
taking on a shelf and laughing at bad time. And hey, Bernie was saying I don't know why.
That's kind of cool. Maybe I should take my shirt off here. It's kind of hot,
I'm
kind
trying.
of warm.
I'm trying to play a song for you that I worked really hard on, and
Did you say hard on? Look. Hey, Derek, look.
hey, Derek, look.
Look, I'm throwing my shirt in the fire.
Sorry, is
what
that-
are we going to do?
Is that an E minor or it's a D?
It's a me minor.
It's a double D.
Yeah.
Honorable mentions go to Brown Eyed Girl. That's a song that people play around the campfire.
Oh yeah, for sure.
House of the Rising Sun.
Yep.
American Pie.
Oh yeah.
What else do people play around the campfire? Like, guys, listen. Wagon Wheel.
Bridge over troubled water.
Yep.
Now you hear a lot of people do that. The Johnny Cash Hurt.
Yes.
Right.
What? Those should all be on the list of maybe don't play that around a campfire. Like, they should be
Yeah,
safety
definitely.
hazards. The same way that at a wedding, Oh What a Night, take those old records off the shelf, and there's another one, The Chicken Dance, should be outlawed.
Oh, what a night!
Oh, man.
Dun,
Boom,
dun,
gung,
dun,
gang,
dun,
go, ding,
dun,
gung, ju, boom,
dun,
bounce,
dun, dun,
do,
dun,
de,
dun.
doom, bam, bam, ticka, doom, down. All right, let's take a break here on TNT 46. We'll be right back with more. Stay with us.
Oh, here it is.
Oh hey Gord, why don't you come have a seat?
Bernie, have you read
brings-
the papers today?
No, I haven't. I've been busy working on your next tour here. Well, what's going on, bud?
There's a story that spoke to me about
Yeah?
a boat that sank. It was called
What-
the Edmund Fitzgerald.
Oh, yeah. That was a big deal.
The
Why don't
sources
you,
all say they'd have made Whitefish Bay if they put 15 more miles behind her.
Why don't you write it and then come back with a I would recommend maybe keeping it short because it'd probably be a single in my mind. Maybe just like good 2.5 minutes, eh, Gord?
Sometimes I don't even know why I pay you. That would never work as a song.
Really? You'd be surprised, eh?
What kind of people want to hear a morose tale about Canadian history?
Well, I remember Bruce was in here a little while ago and we were talking about lions, and heck, he just went home and he wrote wondering where the lions are. I mean, I'm not saying I wrote it for him, but he
Oh my gosh, great moments in the origins of Canadian songs. Have you seen the paper today? I am outraged. Well, maybe, I don't know, Gord, maybe it's a song. Maybe you write a song about this boat if you feel strongly enough about it.
And then keep it short, but it was like, fuck you, I'm going to make it 8 minutes long or whatever it is.
Oh my God. Why aren't those heritage moments?
Yeah, I know, wouldn't that be awesome?
Oh. What's wrong, Chad? I don't know, I just have all these things around me that remind me of who I really am.
Oh my God.
Why don't you write it a song? No, that would never work.
It's heritage moments in Bernie Finkelstein's office.
Paid for, by the Managers Association of Canada, thereby underlining their importance.
I had a magazine on my desk, and it was just a National Geographic and about endangered lions, and I just pointed at it and say, Bruce, have at her.
No, I'm not saying I wrote the song, but I am saying that I wrote the song. Hey, Bruce, have you ever considered, what would happen if you had a rocket launcher? What would happen? Just hypothetically.
You keep bitching about all these people. Why don't you put it on paper?
Shields and Yarnell wrote a hypothetical song. It's all the rage right now.
Oh, man.
Hey, Bernie.
Some muesli and some yogurt.
Have you been golfing much this summer?
No, my finger is just healing up there, bud.
Still?
The broken fingertip, yeah.
From the garage slam?
I did play once about 3 weeks ago, and just I'm getting to get back into it.
What would a Gordon Lightfoot cover act be called?
What's that?
What would a Gordon Lightfoot impersonator be called?
What do you mean?
Like a cover act. Like, what's his Shania Twain name?
Oh, yeah, nice.
I just looked here. Whispers of the North, the Gordon Lightfoot tribute band, and look what else came up on YouTube. It's Burton Cummings as Gordon Lightfoot. Have we played this on the show before?
Yeah, we have. Remember? It's him
gosh.
copying him. That's bizarre.
It's bizarre. Who in Burton's camp said, that's awesome. It's so funny, Burton, you have to do it?
Probably Burton.
Yeah.
Because Burton kind of has meetings probably by himself.
Are you Camp Cummings or Camp Bachman?
I'm more Camp 1970s and 60s Guess Who.
Right.
You know what I mean? Not really like hey, because some of those, we've talked about it before, but the kind of the pomposity in those interviews are just too much. But I love it as much as I hate it. You know what I mean?
Did they get along at the time?
No, they were fighting like cats and dogs. I think Randy Bachman quit the Guess Who in like 69 or 70 or early 70 or something like that at the Fillmore. Like, I've had it.
That was it.
Like, walked away, yeah. Then he went on to BTO, which was not a bad move.
Man, things get complicated.
They sure do, bud.
Hey,
they sure do.
In Great Moments in Canadianity, last night Carol and I went to Cow's Ice Cream, which if you've never had it is the best ice cream in the world. It's from Prince Edward Island, but they have a Cow's outlet on the waterfront in Halifax.
Yep, I've been there actually.
Yeah,
they're around. They actually spread out. I think there's one even up in Cottage Country here.
Is there? And there's one in Banff for sure.
Yeah.
Yes. So walking with my wife Carol, and we bump into
who?
Mako.
No.
Yeah, Bob Makowitz is out here.
Really?
His wife, as you know, Sandra, is the production executive in charge of Mr. D for CBC.
So he just came out to chill.
Mako and their daughter, Charlotte, are out here on vacation.
Beautiful.
But what a treat it was to see him, like, kind of out of context and unexpected.
Yeah, no kidding.
He's a Canadian
How's
classic.
He doing? Yeah,
he's doing well.
He is.
And you've been filling in on the morning show, on their morning show quite a bit.
I have been.
Tell the people... Sorry, go ahead.
I'm actually doing the morning show up before him next couple weeks, starting Monday. I'm doing the 5:30 to 9 shift.
Holy cow.
The Mike Richards show, yes.
How do you feel about that?
That'll be a blast. I like it because it kind of goes by quickly. There's no traffic. It's fun. I'm all right with it.
So what time do you have to get up to do that?
4:30, bud.
I mean,
that's early, eh?
Kind of an exciting time to be doing sports radio in that.
Yes.
The
Jays
are on fire.
Yes. The I guess the deal of the century with Tulowitzki and then getting David Price and Hawkins and Mark Lowe all in a week. It was just spectacular moves. I gotta give credit to Alex Anthopoulos for putting that together. But honestly, they took 3 of 4 from Kansas City, which is the second best team in the major leagues and the best in the AL. So I mean that was great. We had that bullshit deal with the home plate umpire Jim Wolf calling ejecting Sanchez after giving a warning to the Kansas City pitcher. So that was a bit of a pain in the ass. Volquez, and so there's a rivalry kind of starting up, I guess, with Kansas City, and hopefully we can see them in the American League Championship Series. Wouldn't that be nice?
The whole thing as...
Just like 1985 all over again, bud.
Well, yeah, and the whole thing with a professional sports season is streaking at the right time, right? It feels like all the stars are aligning at just the right time of year.
I know. I happen to be doing the 12 to 2 shift, the TSN lunch shift, when David Price was traded, so that was handy in terms of like running with the ball. But no, it's been great to do sports when it actually matters, you know? It's nice.
Because we both know there are some days in the world of sports where you think, what on earth are we going to talk about for the next 2 hours?
Yeah, no, for sure. Well, when the NHL season ended and the NBA season ended, there's that kind of lull that happens, but the Jays started to do the right moves in the end of July, so it's all good, man. It's all great.
Are they possibly in position to be contenders?
Yes, they are. I believe they're a game back in the wild card, so and they have opportunity for both wild cards, to be honest. So they're doing great. They're good.
That's crazy, bud.
Yeah, it's wonderful. I'm all right with it myself. I'm actually doing a pitch talks, which is a live baseball panel with Nick Dyka from the Arkells and Alex Anthopoulos and Stephen Brunt. So that'll be fun. Yeah.
What is Pitch Talks? A bunch of folks get together to talk about baseball? Like, I know it's a live panel event.
It's basically like a live panel. You know, people ask questions, you talk about it, you get fired up, and it's in the Hammer, which is good.
Is it?
It's in the Hamilton Hammer.
I feel like, is the Hammer a stop on the TNT tour?
It kind of should be, eh?
Yeah.
We'll get a feel for it on this September 3rd, which means it's a Thursday night, so I've already told you this, but it'll have to be the live News Talk 1010 Taggart And Torrens show. Will have to be you with somebody else.
Okay. It'll feel weird. How did it go last week with Jim Richards?
Great, as usual. Jim's a stalwart and a classic gent. He always brings it, and it's always fun to do it with him.
What'd you talk about?
We talked about a little bit of everything. We talked about the average person can only cook 5 meals or less, so we talked about that. Cooking. We talked about, I think we talked about sex. What's your formula, your move in the bedroom?
What?
Yeah, it was fun.
What happens when I go away?
I know, eh?
What do you mean, crazy. What's your move?
What's your move? What works for you?
And were folks calling in with sharing what their move was?
You know how it is. Not really, but we were just kind of just opining on it and talking about it.
Does Jim Richards have that special someone?
He does, yeah.
It's nice.
And also, we talked about how apparently there's this story out there where getting drunk with your wife or your husband is you're more happy if you get banged up as opposed to not. That's
really?
a theory out there. Yeah. So who knows? We had a little bit of fun there, bud. A little lighthearted gags.
Couples that get banged up together.
Yeah.
Stay together.
But when they have jammers early, who knows? We actually be back at it tomorrow night with me and you again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
The Truro and Toronto.
I like when my weeks are full of TNT stuff. It's really fun.
Yes.
How's Ronnie doing in the heat?
He seems to be okay because they're up in Baysville, so it's not. It's hot, but not too hot, and they have air conditioning now, so it's not like the old days where he's steaming up at 30 through 55, just getting pissed off, and the dirty smell of R.J. Logan creeps up. Yeah. Yeah, bud.
So does he just stay inside with no shirt on?
Yep. Shirts off.
Just partying.
Yep. Shorts and shirts off. Trying to, we should do a show on, like, what older people like to watch, like Man Tracker.
Yep.
That's like a classic older folks show. Survivor Man.
They love the Man Tracker, don't they?
They do. I don't know why they like the Man Tracker. I watch the Man Tracker. I don't mind, and I like the Survivor Man. I like the Les Stroud way more than that Bear Grylls with his team of 35 people.
Right.
Where they're like, I'm going to drink my own piss, and then they're on a break and he's like having catering, pulled pork sandwiches.
Do you think that's true?
I do think so.
Are you guys watching Bachelor in Paradise? You're not.
No. I still haven't watched it.
I can't help it. This is different. This is Bachelor in Paradise. This is where over a dozen sexy singles go to fraternize in the waves and create drama, as the kids say.
Really?
Yeah, it's not just one lady trying to pick from several dudes. It's a bunch of ladies picking a bunch of dudes, and nobody wears shirts.
Really?
Yeah.
It's a shirts off island.
It's Shirts Off Island. Let's pitch Shirts Off Island as a TV show.
For sure, that would be classic.
David Spade has a new show, and I forget what it's called.
Is it called Annoying Little Guy in an Office?
Yeah.
That says cheap one-liners and then pretends he's cool?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the
but
one.
they shortened it to something else. The gist of the show is he comes up with fake reality shows, and then they hold casting sessions for them.
Oh, I think I know what it's called. It's called I'm Short, Pissed Off, and You Have to Deal with It.
Yeah, that's what it's called.
I remember seeing him at the Rainbow Room in L.A., like by himself at the bar with a hat on, trying to wheel the ladies.
With a hat on?
A hat on.
Are you saying that in like a Boston accent? He had a hat on.
What are you doing with that stupid hat on? Think you get to pick up girls with that stupid hat on? A hat on doesn't make you any taller, you shrimp.
Who stands around in a bar with a hat on?
Actors. Because they don't want to be recognized, so they put the hat on.
Why are you standing around with a hat on?
Yeah.
Fameless. That's it. Fameless. It's a prank series premiering on True TV.
I don't like David Spade. You don't like him, and you even have a story to back up that he's a cheeseball.
I've told that before.
Yeah.
But
taking a girl to a movie so they can watch this shitty premiere.
I feel like he peaked too soon. I think like in
I feel like
Black
he rode
Sheep?
No, that's the coattails of Chris Farley.
Yeah,
that's what
true.
happened.
Have you seen that documentary?
No, how is it? I heard it's supposed to be fantastic.
I haven't seen it, but I'd love to.
Yeah.
I mean, Farley, though he wasn't Canadian, did embody the spirit of Canadianity in that he did have a heart and a warmth. Almost Candy-like.
Yeah, and I think Wisconsin has kind of Canadian-esque.
Yeah, it's
There's an
true.
element. They have a lot of the same similarities. They're kind of it's small town feeling. It's cold in the winter. They kind of are on their own a little bit, with exception to the crazy Madison college town.
Like, there's something both endearing and heart-wrenching about knowing someone will do anything for a joke.
Yes.
Right?
Yep.
Like, it's kind of it kind of evokes both feelings. Boy, I sure would have liked to have met him.
Did you know a guy like that, like a big, huge guy that did crazy stuff to make people like him / laugh?
Not really.
Yeah, I know a guy who would he was huge, and he would not only would he crush 60 beers, like for real, 60 beers, 60 in a night. Yes, his name was Klooch. He was more, 6'8" tall, but he was just he got physical just to kind of, because that was his thing. Like, he would, no matter where he was, like, for example, we were up in Muskoka once, and then we were here at my house here, and he's like, I bet you I could swim across the lake and back in under 15 minutes. And, it's a 250-acre lake. Like, it's not a little ways across. And I swear, he's like, I'll stand on the deck, and I will be back on this deck in 15 minutes. And I'm like, okay, you're on. And I saw him run across the lawn and then dive into the water, and it sounded like a boat turned on. And choo, 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 he went it would look like he was on a speedboat. He was back in 12 minutes.
Holy
and apparently
cow.
he was number 2 or 3 in Canada in swimming, so he's got ridiculous chops.
Klooch,
Brent Kluche from Petawawa.
did you say 15 minutes or 50 minutes?
15.
Holy cow.
I swear it was like a boat with an engine on the back. It's what it looked like. Like if you were to see a moose coming across the water, you know how they can book?
Right.
It was like that. Just choo, 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 and this big wake behind him.
For some reason, I'm picturing the character from One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Well, you mean the Big Chief?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, not like that.
Did you say he was 6'8"?
Yeah, he was huge. He played. He was kind of like a goon in hockey. Like he played a lot of minor league hockey and AHL and stuff. Never made it to the show, but I do believe if you go to the Mr. Sub in Petawawa, he'll be there.
What do you mean if? He works there?
His parents own it, and that's it's apparently one of the only licensed Mr. Subs in Canada.
No.
And he's there. Oh yeah. Stop in, say hi to Klooch. He's a beauty.
I feel like we need, on our tour, we need one wild card destination.
Hey, you know what I was thinking?
What?
We should do the tour in a Prius.
Wow.
Wouldn't that be classic?
Super classic.
Yeah. Maybe we can get a Toyota to bump us a car for the trip.
Well, see, you know what I was thinking?
What?
There's a 35-foot Airstream motorhome for sale not far from me. And it is baller.
It's baller, but that's going to be $1,000 a day in gas.
Oh, no, she's a diesel, bud.
Oh, all right.
No, it still won't be cheap, but it just looks so sexy.
Yeah, I know, but that's it's almost too much for us because one of us has to drive. I just think it's hilarious if we're in a little tiny car. Just kind of
a tiny comedy car?
Yeah.
A TNT. What's a car that starts with a T? That's what we need.
Which one?
I don't know. What's a car that starts with a T? A TNT Trans Am? A TNT Trans Am with T-tops?
Telling you, the Prius is the move.
All right, that'll make us that guy.
I want to see a Photoshop of me and you in the Prius just ripping.
And I want to see a Photoshop of me and you in a Trans Am with TNT T-tops.
Yeah. Put a...
Smokey and the Bandit limited edition.
Get a cover for the car so it says stuff on the side.
Oh my God. The Bodmobile.
Bods only. The Bodmobile.
The Bodmobile would be wicked. And people are suggesting we call this the Bodcast. That's also good.
Yeah, that's a good one.
The Bodmobile.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so fired up to get out across this gorgeous country with my friend Jeremy.
I know. Hopefully it'll be nice and warm. We'll get a little taste of everything.
Hey, promise me something, bot.
What?
Promise that we'll get on a once a week tip from now on. Want to?
Let's do it.
Let's promise ourselves and let's promise the people.
Okay, promise is in.
That's 46 in the books. I'm Jonathan Torrens. He's
And
Jeremy
I'm Jeremy Taggart.
Thanks for listening, everyone.
Thanks for having us, everyone.
Take good care now. Boom gong gang go ding gong ju boom bounce around do that doom bam bam ticka doom down.